Again. I never thought the two of us would meet again.
I feel like I spent 3 weeks lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. I had feared I might not be able to rescue you from the debris of the temple, but enough of that. You're here now. There's a new threat that we have to deal with. You must become their ally.
At least we
Has been banned with his fine. It was in order to all eat his last order.
dragons.
They are creatures, and they have gathered the arm. We do not have much time.
I need
I look.
What can we do?
It is the
I'll be on.
good.
Hey. I don't have a lockpick or the key. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
One less monster around.
Wait a minute.
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where... Wait a moment.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
To the city.
Well, well. To this, you may... In the past few days, you went into...
Interesting armor you're wearing. Weren't you and your people enemies of the water mages back then?
Those crazy...
What are you...
I'm sitting tight.
Tell me more about the Ring of...
I'm not really... All I can do, the best thing, maybe...
What was that about bad...
Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the... No idea.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes. They beat me down and it was... But without...
What are...
There...
Can I help you?
Well, so, the fellow's there. Let me know.
I need...
Those swine. I can give you...
You called? But what...
I still have...
Sure. Let's...
You deserve that, lowlife. You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you. I think I'd better take this weapon.
Nothing to be had there.
You shouldn't have come here!
You deserve that, low... So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time already.
What sort of mission?
Yeah.
What about me?
Then I'll have a bit... One of the band... Take it to Vatras. Tell him that I wasn't able... And if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of...
Can you teach?
Sure. You can't remember...
I want to learn.
Sure. That's better. You've forgotten a lot since then, but we'll get it back.
Nothing there.
less monster around. Hey, stranger. You can be glad we would have taken you. You look complete. What do you want here?
I was attacked.
Those filth. You had to.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
I'm on my way.
The way you look, and you have to.
And that would...
Well, for example, but that won't.
I see.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, low. Otherwise,
Where can I find Lobart?
well, and one less monster around.
Why are you hanging around? Whose side?
I'm for the peasants.
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar'll drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on?
But since the if it goes...
I'm looking for...
I can't use... Well, I could... By the... Anyway,
All right.
then hurry it up and...
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after taking to my wife.
What about my pay?
Well, I can give you 5 gold pieces. Or sell you the clothes cheaper.
Make me a better
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
I need some...
I can give you clean farmer. Can you pay for them then?
How much for the...
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for... Malith said you chased the band. 50 gold pieces.
Well, that's... Hey, you! I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should... Since you're here anyway, I think he stopped...
Give me the gold, and I'll go...
Are you saying I can try...
Who do we have here? You're on your...
Maybe.
You could eat... I don't...
What do you...
The way you... With the...
How will you get into...
The guards know me. I will...
What do you want?
I knew you were the right... Listen, you will get the pass from me. Now.
Just like that?
Just so. But if I meet you in the city, you owe me a favor. Do we have a deal?
Sure. Give me...
Here. Be careful with that. It is very valuable. One more. As a merchant...
Show me...
Take your...
I've got to go.
Suit your...
Hey, you! Here's your frying pan.
Fine. Let's see then whether it's any good.
Hey! What about you? Who's son?
I'm too close, but I'm glad.
Tell me more about...
In any case...
Who are those... How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. The bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 40 gold pieces.
Give me the work clothes, then.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else without asking.
Have you got anything...
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields.
Hey! Can you give me something to eat?
You can come back for more tomorrow.
One less monster around. Psst. Hey, you.
What is it?
And you listen. You're certainly nobody. Say.
Cut the crap. Tell me what you want.
You see that nobody.
Why not?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
About this...
Yes.
I have a pass for the city.
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to act like I'm a citizen of the town or what? Take a look at me, boy. Nobody's going to believe that.
They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmer's clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count. Nobody will bother me. Excellent. You did.
What? 50 measly gold coins? You can't be serious.
Gold isn't ever. I have them. And who knows?
Nothing to be had there.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing. We gotta...
I've got a pass.
Really? And who you kill for that, you cutthroat?
Now, will you let me pass or not?
Well, go on in before I change my mind.
I hardly know what to believe.
Halt!
I have an important... Listen, the city is threatened by dragons. Somebody already I have come to get this.
But
I believe
first...
everything you hear.
The townspeople are simply...
Yeah, it's so...
Oh,
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
That's been known a long
how do I be...
Only as a...
It was just like you said.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Where...
You'll have to... If you were thinking...
I'm not touching that.
How do...
If he doesn't see that, I can't...
How do I...
If you...
I wouldn't be so sure.
What do I...
What? You aren't
really
even a
believe
member of
that?
the militia. You're not even a citizen. How can you only...
wait and see?
I
I've
never
got
knew
to-
that.
I already thought as much.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey, yeah,
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I'm not telling you anything new.
hey,
I hardly
What?
know what to believe anymore.
I'm looking for...
Do you know anything about the...
Can't help it.
And I have no money to pay. You didn't get that from me.
What if...
All right, I shall give you my... But you had better get yourself the blessing of the god. That was quite obvious.
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Then go to Vatras. What? I don't believe this is going to change.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Hey, you. What? Here.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very fun. No,
I guess we'll never...
if you're in some...
That was obvious all along.
That was quite obvious.
And in this place, order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was created. Adonaspi,
Who are you?
I...
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained...
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessings?
I want to start...
Go with the...
Where can I find...
The best thing...
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
No one really wants to hear that.
It was just like you said.
I don't believe that. Everybody knows by now.
That's an open secret.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
What can
I don't say. But that's terrible.
Everybody knows by now.
It's going
I've come to get...
even
That's
worse.
good.
Actually,
If I hadn't seen it
how
with my own
else?
eye, I witnessed it myself.
And it's going to get
I
even
won't tell her a
worse.
thing from now on.
Everybody knows by now. Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
so how much does a donation usually run to here?
Well, that depends on what
That's
percentage
terrible.
you
I
want.
don't believe
You have
That's
more than
an open
100
secret.
gold
We're
pieces.
holding
The Lord says, the church
Oh, wait.
accepts
Don't
your
say that.
generous donation. I bless you.
And he works all day,
I won't
too.
tell
Tell her a thing from now on.
He can't keep anything to himself. Someone's got to do the work.
Honestly,
Really, how interesting.
Myself.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
You don't say. Someone's got to do the work.
Go away. Don't tell. And it's going to get even worse.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar spoke to it.
I've heard a thing or two.
Hey!
It's a bad business.
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
Yes.
And did you also get the blessing of a priest of Innos?
Yes, I did.
Then you shall have my blessing as well. No matter what path you decide to take pride in doing a good job, my boy.
You can do about it.
So,
What good is a fine chest? I make my own locks. A poorly made lock is easy.
what do you...
Not I
Do you know anything?
all we know and
Have you...
yet his name is Elvridge. He's my nephew. I was quite
Where is...
how would I
How long...
I can't help him.
Have you reported...
of course he
Is...
I'd have gone about it differently.
Can you teach me how...
For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people. I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
Will it ever change?
I've heard a thing or two.
Adonos saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos to take his divine power from the human. And Enos...
Innos be with you.
I've got an...
Well, you stand before
It's about a sacred artifact.
the... If
I want to take up service with the pal...
good. If you have my... You there.
Is there a...
Good. But
What's your pro...
recently, then I shall... But
I'm ready.
that may be. But you are still not a citizen of this town, and I have my orders. Fine, but you could...
What's...
If you this further, however,
What should I expect with the...
let me make... It is a... But
The security measures for the protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened.
Now that's typical,
guards
isn't it?
You still owe me a favor.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
That's not what I heard.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
Believe that.
You're a clever.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in
But that's terrible.
I've got to go.
suit your.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey,
He simply talks too much.
how's business?
When the pallet, but they let more.
He'd better shut up.
What's the problem?
They refuse. He simply talks too much.
Where will I?
And he works all day, too.
Everybody knows by now.
These are bad times.
Hey,
Who says things like that?
These are bad times.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Enos be with you, stranger. But I'm just.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Go away, don't tell me that.
I can.
That's not what I heard.
He'd
I'm
better
looking for.
shut up.
Someone's got to do the work.
How much?
50 gold.
You don't say.
I'll speak.
I don't believe that.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Gotcha. You had better hand over. I should.
What else?
I'll see to it.
Oh,
I've come to collect. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah, the weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
I've come to collect the. Rengaru stole from the merchant Jorah. He tried to skedaddle, but I caught him.
Good. My men have already picked him up. He won't be stealing from anyone else in the near future. Here is your money. That may be, but you are still not.
Hey! How's your...
these boys.
I want to...
So, are you a...
No.
Then Lord Andre... Sure, you can talk.
From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme... Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Ah, there you are again.
Canthar was trying to trick you and to get your booth for himself, but I've turned him over to the city guard.
Then you've made an enemy of a dangerous man. I've known the bastard for a long time, and he's always wanted my place for himself. Take this weapon as a token of my gratitude.
About the thief.
Yes, how?
Yeah, I caught him all.
What about my...
Here's the 50 gold.
Inos be...
What do you know about the Thieves' Guild?
Right. There. If you could...
I'm Zurus. Do you need an...
Do you brew?
No. If you're interested, but he's too... He always...
Where exactly?
He always goes to... He...
Adanos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land.
Can I get a...
If you have gold...
Tell me about...
I heard that a lot of them...
And how's...
Hardly.
What?
Take that, but I... What little...
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. I wasn't gone. I went to...
What is it with this
He's filthy, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks. It's the... All that Inos created was destroyed by Beliar.
What?
Well, you need to be a citizen, preferably. Well, maybe he'll let you join them. This way, nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness. And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute, and he did not succeed. But there, where Adanos stood, was a place in which Enos and...
Hey, you!
What do you...
And in this place, order and chaos were equal.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
What can I do for you?
What do you...
I can offer you everything. I still have a special piece in double hot.
What do you know?
Since these...
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
The pallet...
They,
Can you help me?
what? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important...
Well, but because...
So can...
It seems to be really important to you. The question is how...
What are you getting?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most but it'll cost...
How
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What do you...
100 gold pieces.
You shark.
Take it easy.
But...
And Prince Gritta. But the little brat is constantly... I'd like to get me the...
I'm no better off myself.
Where can I
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
He never would have thought of that himself.
So why won't they listen to me?
It's a bad business.
What do you want? I wanted to have a look around here. Then what? What interesting things are there to see here? That's all. Do you? Are you giving it away? No, but right across the street here is the house of. Do you work? How's it going?
How much?
That's terrible.
It can't go on like this forever.
What do you want, filthy thief? Just you wait.
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
Stop right there, you coward!
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
It is good that you have come. You are accused of theft. I will not. You must have 50 gold.
I want to.
Good. I shall.
I've come.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Martial law is immediately
Boy,
declared in all
that
cities
lunatic's
and
hammer.
regions of
Who are
the
you
realm. All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to
I can take care.
You want to help me?
Immediately.
Oh,
The
but
Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the King's guards most severely.
If I beat him up,
Every
I'll just get into trouble with the militia.
down here at the harbor, no one pays much attention to brawls. But if you steal around here or mess with the sheep, you'll be in trouble.
I'll see what I.
You.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
That would be a problem.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in... You remember Lee, don't...
Do you really think?
It was just like you said.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the...
So. It can't go on like this forever. Do you really
get
think?
that from me?
Tell me more about...
What do you want to know?
Didn't deserve that. It can't go on like this forever.
How do I...
I have to feel sorry for that.
Why aren't...
But
Why haven't I heard about this?
I get so worked up.
I could have
Can't
told you
believe
that.
that.
I wouldn't
I've
have
heard
heard
a thing or two.
As if I didn't have enough of you.
Do you know any...
the questions you ask. Of course, there's a
was-
thieves' guild here, just like in every big city. And every...
Nothing's ever going to change that.
Really didn't deserve that.
Do you know what...
No offense, but even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you anything. These people usually react very sensitively to things like that. If you want to get involved with them, you should be very careful.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
Don't say you didn't know that. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Hey, you! Yo, what are you standing around for out here? Go on in and meet our passionate Nadja. This...
That was quite obvious.
That's not what my husband thinks.
You should really have known better.
Oh, you landlubber. You look a bit pale around the gate. Never mind my...
What are you doing?
Back when... No, they're criminals. There was this big bang.
I've got no time for things like that.
Do you come to...
I always... what?
That's not what I heard.
Tell me about the...
The harbor...
You don't have to tell me that.
So why don't...
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship. Most people...
The things I could tell you.
What do you mean?
Look,
That's not what I heard.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
they all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be.
Go away. don't
That's
tell
a
me.
load of bilge water. I tell you...
I couldn't care less.
Talk to Bromar if...
That's no secret.
It can't go on like this forever.
Are you the one who runs this...
Not what
I
my
am,
husband
and if you, and don't...
And there's more, believe me.
Believe everything you hear.
But that's terrible.
Are...
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over something like...
And it's going to get even worse.
How long...
Several days.
I want to...
Fine. Go upstairs.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Go on like this forever.
If I hadn't seen it...
Let's go up.
Today's your lucky day.
Same old thing all over again.
It was just like you said.
I couldn't care less.
I feel sorry for you, poor guy. It was just like you said.
Been there, done that.
Get that from me.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's an open secret.
You just have to listen.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Wait a minute.
And it's
The next couple of hours belong to us. It's time for you to relax.
Happen sooner or later.
Wait a minute.
tell this
Come
to
back to me.
You should really have known better.
As much.
I won't tell her a thing
Hey.
from now on.
No one really.
Can you...
Missing the cat.
He simply talks to
Are
her.
you me?
Tell me that isn't true.
What's she...
That's exactly what I said. That will never change.
Where did you pick that up then? That was quite obvious.
You don't have to ask me that.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
You already don't believe everything you hear.
Yes, do you mind?
You've got no business here.
Why haven't I heard
this
about
is
this
going to
before?
change?
To watch out who you tell what.
It's
better to
hardly
watch
know
out
what to
who you
believe
tell
anymore.
Calm down.
Okay, but it'll cost you
That will only cause more trouble.
Forget it. You won't get a...
Then I'll take every...
Nobody ever asked me.
Ah,
Not bad.
Gold. Okay, that's mine for starters. I think I'll take your weapon for safekeeping.
Where did you pick that up then?
Those are all just rumors. That's
You mustn't
totally
believe
obvious.
everything you hear. Bad business.
Nobody
we can
ever
only
asked
wait and
me.
see.
That's totally obvious. Who said
Nobody
that?
ever asked for my opinion.
Nobody ever asked.
Hey, you, come over here.
Poor guy.
There's a fellow here who insisted on talking to you.
Just gossip.
Since you weren't here, he told me to give you a message. He wants to meet you.
I told you that before.
Behind Halver's Fish, this piece of info.
what did the...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
That's not.
I need information.
He listened to the wrong people.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Some problems solve themselves.
Come back when...
I'm no better off myself.
Better to watch out. Some problems solve themselves.
Give me something...
I hardly know what to believe anymore. That's the first I've heard of it. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
That was obvious all along.
Where did you pick that up then?
Who said that? You should have known.
Wait and see.
I'm not telling you anything new.
It's exactly what I said. Nothing's ever going to change that.
I'm not touching that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Where did you pick that up then?
Some problems solve themselves.
That's the first I've heard of it.
It's a bad business.
That's the first I've heard of it. It can't go on like this forever.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Do you really think?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
That will only cause more trouble.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That doesn't amaze me.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Problem.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
I've got my own opinion about that.
You can't do anything about it.
Some problems solve themselves. That'll only cause more trouble. Nothing's ever going to change that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Anything's possible.
Not what my husband thinks.
You already know what I can see.
That's really not my problem.
I need information.
Totally obvious. Anything's possible.
Don't say you didn't know that. Why won't they listen to me?
As if I didn't have enough problems. That's nothing new.
But no, he is.
What do you know about the missing citizens?
All I know,
Let's
it's a
wait and
spec
see
that
what
if you... Halver,
That's totally obvious.
Who counts among the influential...
you won't find anyone down the
Let's wait and see what happens. You already know what I
I get so worked up.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Who's in debt to Lamar?
You already know what I think.
If you want to know that, you should take a look in his ledger. Only it might be pretty... As far as...
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
Where can I find...
You're not, but...
So worked up.
I'm no better off myself.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Is there any
Nothing's ever gonna
special work
change
to be
that.
had around here where I could make some quick money?
That was obvious.
Something
all
special,
along.
you say?
Don't say you didn't know that.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Go talk to Nagur then. Maybe he can help you.
Trouble as it is.
Some problems solve themselves.
I can't believe that.
He would have
Got
never
anything
thought of that
spe-
himself.
I've got something for you, but that should only interest you if you're a man of versatile talents.
What have you got?
Well,
Nobody will
Zorus,
learn
the
anything
potion
from me.
vendor in the marketplace, currently has a guest, Darren the fire magician.
And?
He had a new chest made specially for him by Thorben the carpenter. They say that this Darren has bought a bunch of valuable stuff with him. But you didn't hear that from me, understand?
Nothing's ever going to change that. Who said that? That'll only cause more trouble.
Do you really believe that?
It's totally like this forever. That'll only cause more trouble.
Hey! Do you really believe that?
Cardiff says you may have...
Well, well.
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get a third of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's...
I don't want to hear that anymore.
All right, you're the boss.
Good.
He listened to the wrong people.
All right.
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil. That is, he had a messenger. Until I cut his throat.
No better off
And now Baltram, a new delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll set it on. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself.
See that I can't
Have you got all that?
How much will the profit be?
I can't say exactly, but I estimate around 400 gold pieces.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Where can I...
He has his stall in the marketplace.
It can't go on like this forever.
When...
You can go right away.
A long time.
Well then,
Good.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Nobody ever asked.
So sure.
It's better to watch out who you tell why. That'll only cause more trouble.
That's really not just gossip.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Not as much. That's exactly what I said.
That's what I've always
knew that would be a problem.
I'm no better off myself.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
You don't say.
I knew that would be a problem.
I'm no better off myself.
I don't believe that.